Hi guys, it's Ashley and I'm back today to share a new process video with you for the Cut Shop. This is using a set of our new cut files that are available this week called the I Heart String Art Set, and it has several different shapes, heart shape, arrows, a little house, the clouds, and I decided since it's been in the 80s this week here, already hot in March, that it would be okay to do a summery layout. These photos are from last summer when we were at the beach in Gulf Shores, and my daughter takes after me and she likes to pick up seashells, so she was looking for some shells on the beach. And I wanted to use the Solstice collection from Pink Paisley, so I thought it would work great for what I wanted to do with the clouds. So I'm using the string art cloud, and I wanted to back it with one of those pattern papers that had a lot of different colors, and so I used two of those patterns and then just the yellow. And I don't really do any mixed media this week for this page because I used that background that had the wood grain and the burst, the rays, and it had the color. So I really wanted that background paper to show. So I didn't add a lot of paint or anything. I do add some ink splatters later on. But I'm just using some pop dots and some adhesive to get those clouds down. I wanted some to have dimension and pop off the page. So I'm just going to be doing a lot of layering on this layout. I started with the clouds, and then I decided later on, once I got into the layout, I didn't really have this one planned out, so it was kind of I did kind of a stop and go every once in a while. And later on when I get toward the end and I think it's missing something, so I go back and I do add some of the arrow cut files too that are also available in this set, and just mix it in and cut it from one of the other pattern papers, so you'll see that later on. And now I'm just getting my photos. I am still out of my Teresa Collins tape runner, so I'm using my American Crafts double-sided adhesive there. And I wanted the photo to line up right there on the beach line with the water and the sky, the horizon, because I'm going to put my title right there across the photos. I thought that white space would be a perfect place, and so I'll be doing that in just a few minutes once I get my other clouds down. And I have those little glittery letters that come with the Solstice collection. I'm all tongue-tied. And so I'm just going to do Beach Day and then 14 for 2014. So I'm just using kind of that horizon line right there to line up the title and getting those across the photos. I knew I wanted to use those little letter stickers, and so I thought that that would be a good spot because they would really show up right there on that white space of the photo. And so I'm just getting that last one there in place. And I bought some of the pattern papers from this collection. I got the letter stickers. I also got this ephemera pack. And then I got a little set that has the rub-on phrases. I didn't use those on this layout because of the dark background, but I really like the ephemera pack and how it has all the different transparent shapes and then the little cardstock shapes. So I'm just kind of going through right now to see which ones I want to use and kind of just pulling those out. I hadn't opened this one yet because I have not done any summery pages since it's been winter. And so this was kind of one of the first summery layouts that I've done. And I really wanted to use this collection because I just bought it a few weeks ago at my local scrapbook store. I went to go shopping there for a few things, and I had not had a chance to get the Solstice. And I had a little bit of the Bella Rouge collection, but not much, and she had both of those in stock, so I purchased both of those while I was there. And so these are just some of the little cardstock numbers that are included in that ephemera pack, and I'm using those to complete the title for the 2014. And so now I'm going to start placing some of those ephemera pieces and just seeing where I want those to go. And you'll see in just a minute, there's that little tab down there right now that I just touched that says hello, and it's going to kind of come around like 2 or 3 times because I was determined to get that on the page but could not figure out where to put it. So it eventually finds a home, but you'll see me pick that up. Here I have it trying to go above the clouds and don't like that. So I kind of move it around several times, and I'll use it here and then put it to the side and then bring it back. It definitely wasn't working there, so I really wanted to use it. I wanted that little yellow with the hello, and so I do eventually get it on there in a spot. And so I'm just getting some more of those around the layout to kind of get it decorated a bit. And I like the colors in this collection. They're beachy, but not really, really bright. They're more, I guess, of a muted color. I like the kind of teal with the soft pink and the yellow and the navy. And of course the wood grain, so that's always one of my favorites. And I like this the string art cut file because there's a lot of different ways that you could use it. You could do like I did and back it with a pattern paper. You could leave it open. The white cut would look really good on a dark background, just open. You could use it for a stencil. So there's lots of different ways that you could use it. You can enlarge it on the page and do something fun with it. So I love clouds. I like to do clouds. I'm not a huge flower fan on my layouts. You'll see more clouds and hearts on my pages most of the time. I can use a flower now and then, but I don't know. I think because when I first started scrapbooking, flowers were like the only thing that I ever used on my layouts. It was always flowers because I had 2 girls up until 5.5 years ago, so like everything was girly with flowers, and so now I'm just kind of like, no flowers, we'll do hearts. So one day I could be burned out on hearts, but I hope not, because you can see like right now I'm putting some hearts on there. Okay, so I've gotten that little banner down. I used some of the triangle pieces and just did that there under my photo. And what you didn't see off camera, I decided to stitch, just add some machine stitching there to those rays. I wanted to add something down there to that bottom part, just to kind of balance out the layout. And so I'm going to add some more of those ephemera pieces, and I'm going to create like a little cluster down at the bottom. And I used one of the flare buttons from a Flare for Buttons, and I stuck that down, and I'm going to pull it up in a second because I realized there was a circle piece in that ephemera pack that would look really cute under there and make that section a little larger. Something to go under that flare button. So I'll grab that back out in just a few minutes and add it. And it didn't matter if I pulled it up with the hot glue because it just popped right up and I was able to glue it back down. So there's the hello again. And I finally found a home for it. Yay! It's going to go right there on the cloud. So I liked it right there and just used some hot glue to attach it. And I'm just going to add one more little piece there over my banner. I don't think I've done a banner in forever. And those little triangle pieces just kind of screamed banner. And then I'm going to add some of the LE Studio wood veneer hearts just for a different kind of embellishment. Just to have something, a different kind of texture there with the wood veneer. So I'm not going to add very many of those, just a few. I thought they would look cute there, kind of going along with the banner. And I always get hot glue everywhere, the little hot glue strings. It's like a spider web in my craft room. But I eventually get them all off because they drive me crazy if I don't. So there's that little piece. It was kind of like a life preserver kind of cardstock piece. So I'm just going to add it there where those rays come to the center point and go back and put that flare button there. So I like how that adds just a little bit more around the flare button there and makes it stand out a little more. And so I'm going to use my tiny attacher. I like using my tiny attacher with those transparent embellishments just to get those stuck down. And here's where I kind of improv'd again. I wanted something else at the top of the page, and so I cut just the outline of some of the cloud shapes. Again, just ungrouping it and taking out the centers just to get the outline. And I just cut it on some of those coordinating pattern papers because I wanted something a little heavier up there at the top. So I just cut a really big one and then a little smaller one. And so I'm just going to add both of those flat to the layout. So I like the way that just kind of travels from the top of the page down to the bottom. So I wanted that to go kind of vertically and get a vertical design. And I'm going to grab a couple of other things there out of the ephemera pack. That was actually the center of that little life preserver with the star. And so I thought that would be cute to add up there on the cloud. And that says the best summer. This was actually in October, I think. It was at the Shrimp Festival in Gulf Shores, but summer for us in Alabama is usually anywhere from March to November. And then we might have winter for a month and spring for like 5 days and maybe fall for like 30 minutes, but most of the time it's summer. So I didn't care too much about having summer on there even though it was in October because as you can see we're in shorts, or my daughter is in shorts, and we're at the beach, so it was still pretty warm. And like I said, it's mid-March here now and we're already having temperatures in the 80s, and so I'm not looking forward to the summer when it's like 95 to 100 degrees with 100% humidity. That is never fun. So we'll be spending some time at the pool, that's for sure, and staying inside in the air conditioning. So now I'm going to grab some Freckled Fawn enamel dots, and I'm liking those teal colors just to go along with kind of the beach theme. And I'm also going to add in some of those pinks to go with the pink color that's in the Solstice collection. I'm just getting a few of those placed around some of the embellishments. And I wanted to bring in some of that yellow too. That's a little brighter yellow, but it wasn't that big of a deal because it doesn't have to match exactly. So now this is where I was kind of looking at it thinking, I need to do something with those rays going down. So I found that little glittery arrow back in the ephemera pack and added it there on that small side. And these are the arrow shapes that are included in the I Heart String Art cut file set. So I just cut 2 of those, kind of a medium sized and then a larger one. And I'm going to get those both adhered to the page. So I like the way that that kind of pulls the page together and has everything pointing in toward that center where the rays of the paper go. And so I'm getting pretty close to finishing up. I think once I get those on, I'm just going to add a little bit of black color shine just to have some splatters. And you'll see at the end of the video, you'll see all of the cut file sets that are available in the shop this week. So you can stop by and check those out. And you can visit our blog, thecutshop.blogspot.com. Our designers post and have inspiration there. Usually almost every day. We do have a couple of days where we don't have posts, but most of the time we do. And we have some fun team ups coming up next month, so you'll want to watch out for those. And I'm glad that you joined me today. I hope you enjoyed watching the video, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.